Technology it's changing everything, right? Especially how we learn, and maybe more importantly, how we prove what we know. So today we're going to dive into a pretty new challenge that students everywhere are starting to face. I mean, think about it. With AI writing tools everywhere now, just a click away, how do you actually prove that your work is, well, your work, right? How do you show all those hours you poured into that final paper? So here's the real problem. These AI tools are getting so good, so sophisticated, that telling the difference between human writing and AI writing is getting tricky. And for students, that's a huge new hurdle. It's like you have to prove your own thoughts, your own hard work, and leave absolutely no room for doubt. Okay, so what's the answer? Well, one potential solution popping up is a tool called Worktrace, and its whole purpose is to tackle this head on. Basically, it creates a video log of you doing the work, a verifiable record of your process, capturing, everything from the first messy brainstorm all the way to that final period. So, how does this thing actually work? What's it like to use it? Let's walk through the whole process, step by step, of how you'd create that video proof of your work. Getting started is actually really simple. It's basically just 4 steps. First, you pop in your assignment details, so everything is clearly labeled. Then you pick where you want to save the video file. Step 3, you choose the recording quality. And then you just click Start Recording. That's it. Now, about that recording quality, there's a bit of a trade-off you got to think about. If you go for high resolution, the video proof is going to be super clear, but the file size will be pretty big. On the other hand, low resolution gives you a much smaller file, way easier to handle, but you lose some of that crisp detail. So it really just depends on what you need for that specific assignment. The tool also gives you a lot of flexibility, which is nice. You can choose to record just one browser tab, a single window, or your entire screen. Honestly, the recommendation is to go with entire screen because it gives the strongest proof, right? It shows everything: your research, your outlining, your writing. Plus, you can turn audio on or off, and of course, pause the recording whenever you need a break. Okay, so you've done the work, you've hit stop recording. Now what? What do you actually get at the end of all this? Let's take a look at the evidence files it creates. And the whole process is super smooth. The second you hit stop, the software just automatically saves everything right where you told it to at the beginning. There's no messing around with exporting or converting files, it just works. What you get is this little package of 3 files. First, of course, is the video file itself. That's your main visual proof. Then you get a PDF that has all the nitty-gritty details, the metadata for the session, which gives it that official context with things like timestamps. And finally, you get a CSV file, which is basically a big log of all your sessions, keeping your whole work history nice and organized. Now, this is super important. You'll see the software gives each file a specific name automatically. Whatever you do, do not rename them. And here's why. Renaming them could mess up what they call the chain of custody for your proof. Keeping those original names makes sure everything is traceable and keeps the evidence totally legit. But wait, there's more. Beyond just screen recording, Worktrace has another tool built in called the Workspace. Think of it as a lighter, more focused option that analyzes your writing process without having to record your whole screen. So what is the Workspace? It's basically a simple, clean word processor. But here's the cool part. Instead of recording video, it's actually monitoring your actions, what you're doing, right inside that writing window. So what exactly is it tracking? Well, it's looking at 4 key things: how many words you type yourself, how many words you paste in, how much time you're actually working, and how much time you're idle. When you put those all together, you get a pretty clear picture of how you're working on the document. All that data then gets crunched into something they call an integrity score. It's really just a number that's calculated from the ratio of typed words versus pasted words. The whole idea is to give you a simple, data-backed way to show you were doing active, original writing. Yeah, it's really that simple. The more you type and the less you paste, the higher your integrity score goes. It's a straightforward way to show that you were the one composing the thoughts, not just copy-pasting stuff from other places. So at the end of the day, whether you're using the screen recorder or the Workspace, it's all about giving students control. These are tools designed to help you build a clear, verifiable story of your own academic journey. And this next part is a really big deal: privacy. None of this stuff gets uploaded to the cloud. No servers, nothing. All your recordings, all your data, everything is stored locally, right on your own computer. That means your process stays private, it stays secure, and you are always in complete control. The whole philosophy behind this thing can really be summed up in their tagline, your work, your proof. It's all about giving you a clear way to document your effort and turn it into evidence that no one can argue with. Which, of course, leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? As AI gets more and more tangled up in our education, are tools like this going to become the new standard? Is this idea of creating a verifiable record of our work just the new normal for school? That's a future that, well, we're all about to find out about together.